Blockchains like Kronos often need a solution to an issue of security. How do you keep these smart contracts and various applications on blockchain secure? Well, CertiK provides just that. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our representative from CertiK, Ronghui.
Hello, everyone, and thanks for the great introductions. I'm Ronghui Gu. I'm the CEO and the co-founder of CertiK. I'm also the computer science professor at Columbia University. And today I will share our journey of securing the Web3 world. Before I dive into details, we first want to talk about why should we care? Why should we care about cybersecurity and cyber defense in blockchain and the Web3 industry? Why should we pay so much money, right, in smart contract auditing, in blockchain auditing, right? We all know that in the past few years, the entire blockchain Web3 industry grew really fast. And many people still believe that this growth trend will continue. As predicted by PwC that in the next 10 years, the entire industry and its impact to the global GDP will grow another 25 times. But what comes along with this rapid growth is a grand challenge and the growing pain points for the blockchain cyber defense and blockchain cyber security. You can see that in the year of 2020, more than $500 million got stolen due to software errors, due to hackers' attack. And that number simply got almost tripled last year, in the year of 2021, and grew to something near $1.3 billion. Well, for this year, just in the first 5 months, the financial loss due to software bugs and hackers' attacks have exceeded $1.8 billion. So it's so crazy. And so not only this number got increased, but also there are more and more new kinds of attacks to new kinds of applications built up on top of blockchain. For example, in this year, the cross-chain bridges hacks contribute to the biggest portion of the stolen assets, exceed $1 billion, right? We all know there's a wormhole attack in February and then a running network attack after that. Because you can see that these cross-chain bridges are much more complex than the applications, many applications that we have built before. Because if you want to, let's say, build bridges for n layer 1 chains, the complexity does not grow linearly. The complexity can be something like n times n squared. So it's very hard to rely on a group of developers for one chain or one foundation to understand all the complexities interacting with all these n chains and then build things correctly. And we also have smart contract vulnerabilities, and we also have governance attack, which is also pretty new this year. As Reed Dalio said that at this moment, the cyber offense is much more powerful than cyber defense in this young industry. And cyber risk is a risk that he can't ignore to embrace, to hold crypto asset. So it's indeed a pinpoint and also becomes a bottleneck that preventing more and more people from mainstream industry to enter this space. So can we simply apply, let's say, cyber defense, cybersecurity technologies developed in previous platforms like PC, Web2, cloud, mobile, and so on, and apply to this to this world? The answer is probably no, because we can see that for all these cybersecurity firms for previous platforms, they usually take the proactive approach, in the sense that they try to identify malicious transactions, malicious access, and then block them and find a vulnerability, add a patch, resume the system, right? It works perfectly for previous platforms. And also, all previous platforms, both the attackers and defenders can only treat the software system as a black box and perform analysis. And each cost is also not that costly. Like turn down, kind of like let the website down for a few minutes and so on. It seems not a big deal for many companies. So that's why a security rate near 97% is already good enough for previous platforms. But blockchain and Web3 platforms are totally different from the previous ones because blockchain is a world computer that no one can stop. Right? Even if we identify malicious transaction, malicious access, we can't block them. No one can block them, actually. Even the government can't block them. And also smart contracts, which are programs running on top of blockchain, are like real-world contract. Like once you sign a real-world contract, even if later you find loopholes in the contracts, it's still very hard to make changes. You have to follow it. Well, for smart contracts, once deployed, usually it's very hard to make changes. And also, in order to reach consensus, in order to convince users to use and participate in these decentralized protocols and applications, usually you want to make the code open source. In the sense that the hackers can sit there, read the source code of your program, of your smart contracts, of your protocol, try to find vulnerabilities, and if they can perform an attack while you, the project owner or the cybersecurity firm, it's very hard for them to let's say, block the transactions, even if we identify malicious ones. It's also very hard for us, let's say, to make changes, add patches to smart contracts. And also you can see that these contracts, even for medium-sized one, may still manage millions of dollars, sometimes even hundreds of millions of dollar worth crypto assets for their clients, for their users. And the one vulnerability sometimes can lead to more than $10 million worth or something even more than $100 million worth. So it's a totally new technical stack and bring in new challenges. And from my previous description, you can tell that actually smart contracts, blockchain system codes are more like hardware rather than software. Like when you build a CPU, when you ship it, it's very hard to make changes. You have to make sure that things are implemented correctly before the shipment. And we know that CPU hardware actually are pretty reliable and secure. Can be something as secure as 99%. Because it utilizes a technology called formal verification. In short, it tries to prove that the implementation satisfies the design under all conditions. And this can be easily applied to the CPU hardware, but it's still very hard to apply to the software domain because software is programmable, it's more flexible, and have concurrency. Right? And many software systems are concurrent systems, are distributed systems. So as stated by an NSF report in the year 2016, that formal reasoning about concurrency in software seems to be still in the early stages. And you can view CertiK as the one that addresses this challenge and successfully apply these formal verifications and other cybersecurity techniques to the software domain and help protect, let's say, the blockchain and Web3 world. And our security rate is the highest among the industry and can be as high as 99%. And we have helped secure more than 3,200 clients and helped secure more than $300 billion worth of crypto assets. And every month, we can deliver more than 200 auditing for our clients. Different from other firms that they heavily rely on manual auditing, can do, let's say, 10 to 20 in a month. And if you go to CoinMarketCap, you can see that among all listed 10,000 blockchain and Web3 projects, more than 12% our clients. And if you rule out the ones that didn't purchase, let's say, third-party security services or who didn't make the information publicly available, our market share is more than 70%, 70%. So I would say it's definitely a very challenging task for us. And our technology is not only limited to blockchain and Web3. So, for example, we can only apply our techniques to the cloud computing space. And we build the world's first fully verified cloud hypervisor system. And we have pilot projects with ARM, like with Ant groups, and so on. For example, so my research lab has a collaboration with ARM that in the next version of ARM chips, the ARM v9, which will be used in all the phones, many laptops, and so on. The firmware for the confidential computing platform is verified by using our technology, which will be shipped in the next generation of ARM chips. And we also won 3 Amazon Research Awards in the past 14 months. 3 awards in the past 14 months. And so then we're gonna briefly talk about our technology. And and also our journey of building CertiK. So CertiK was founded in the year of 2018 by me and the other co-founder, Professor Zhong Shao, who is a computer science department chair at the Yale University. And in 2016, we made a breakthrough in this formal verification research field. We built a CertiK OS, the world's first and the only fully verified multi-core OS kernel. They can also double as a hypervisor. So is proven to be bug-free and hacker-resistant. As Greg Morris, the dean of Cornell Tech, said that previously no one believed that people can verify the multi-core OS kernel, but Zhong and his team made it happen. And we won the Best Paper Awards in SSP 2019, OSDI 2021, which are viewed as Oscar Award in computer systems field. We are selected as research highlights by Communication of ACM in the year of 2019. Again, we also won 3 Amazon Research Awards. So this system was deployed on this unmanned ground vehicle called the Landshark machine, and was evaluated by a red team from Google. In their final report, they used one word to describe our system and our technology. They call it unbreakable. And then we built a very strong team from both academia and industry, try to commercialize this technology. We have Jason Chao, who is a senior director from Broadcom and a VP from Uni Group, who is also here. We have our VP of marketing, Monier, who gave a panel yesterday, and many other scientists from Columbia, Yale, UPenn, and many different schools. And you can see that right now we have our team size have exceeds 200 people, and most of them are engineers. Many of them graduated from top universities and even have PhD degrees. So then I will talk about our products, our end-to-end security products for blockchain and Web3 industry. On the left-hand side, you can see that we have our pre-deployment auditing services. It's also one of our most famous services. And then we have our 24/7 monitoring system, which is called the Skynet. We also have a security leaderboard that will show our clients' security information and data to the public. And using these end-to-end one-stop security solutions, we have served, again, more than 3,000 clients and helped secure more than $300 billion worth of cryptocurrency. And our clients include most of the major players in this space, like big DeFi projects like AV, PancakeSwap, 1inch, and so on, and big platforms like Binance, Coinbase, who are also our shareholders and investors, and Polygon, Cardano, Storchain, and NFT metaverse like Sandbox. We started serving Sandbox in the year of 2019. We have delivered more than 7 auditing for them, and we seeing how they are growing from company worth less than $10 million to a company worth more than $3 billion. And Decentraland, ApeCoin, all these are our clients. Like most major players actually in this space are our clients. And so the first service usually they integrate with CertiK is pre-deployment auditing. So as I mentioned, so we can provide the highest security rate in the industry. And the challenges we try to address as CertiK is how to scale this technology, because we aim to serve more clients in this space. We don't want to build a product or service that can only serve, let's say, top 200 projects. Because we believe in the world of Web3, most of innovations are created by a small group of developers, and they should have the opportunity to get served, to get protected using the best cutting-edge technology. So that's why from day one, we aim to automate, at least make this service and product as automated as possible. As I mentioned, so every month we deliver more than 250 auditing reports and help check more than 5 million lines of code and find more than 3,000 vulnerability findings in each month. You can't rely on a small group of world-class security experts who knows both cybersecurity and blockchain, sit there and review this 5 million lines of code every month. It's not scalable. And we have to make it automated. We have to find a ways to make it self-evolving as well. So that's why we build lots of technology, including our gated continuous logic network, and we build this feedback loop that's our security experts in-house. Most of their time, they are reviewing the findings of the tools rather than reviewing the code directly. And their inputs will be sent back to the tools to improve it. So even if we don't involve our technology, its accuracy and automation can be improved month by month, day by day. And so here I show you, this is the first time we show some internal screenshot of our tools. You can see that given the previous source code, we run the tools, and actually it will take much longer. But we will simply cut it off and then get back to the results. And then you can see that after running the tools, the source code will be annotated. So they will lead the auditors, the security experts to the points that may have vulnerabilities. And they can also see the detailed findings from generated by the tools. Sometimes are, let's say, kind of like this English text describing the potential findings. Sometimes it even here generating diagrams for the auditors to identify the issues, to make their job much easier. So that's kind of like the secret weapon built within CertiK, and that is the reason why we can serve so many clients in such a small period of time. I would say that providing 20 auditing in a month is a totally different business than delivering 200, 400. At the peak, we deliver more than 500 auditing in a single month. Is a totally different business. And we also even build a monitoring system to monitor auditors' behavior, to audit the auditors' actions. Because when you are managing 200, 300 auditing in a single month, you need many of these systems. We even have building a monitor for our monitor in case it didn't work or kind of like shut down due to some errors. So it's I would say it's quite a different business than what people expected, that how we run auditing services internally at CertiK. And then we have our Skynet, the 24/7 monitoring system, and we are monitoring more than 4 billion transactions and asset transfers, and we also labeled more than 4 million accounts internally. And we have already served more than 600 enterprise clients for our Skynet, even included in some, let's say, even banks, like even some big corporate from the traditional industry. Some of them I can't even name. And we will try to find the vulnerable transactions and send alerts to our clients and the community as early as possible, such that they can take some actions, let's say, to rescue the project, to transfer the asset to safer places, and so on. And the last one is our security leaderboard. We make our clients' security data publicly available, which is also unique. You can't imagine a Web2 security firm publish their clients' data to the website, but we can do it because it's a Web3 world. It's a decentralized world. In this world, we try to help build the transparency. We try to help build the trust, and we list all our auditing reports on our website, and also we even include the clients that are onboarding, are under assessment, so which is pretty unique. For other firms, they may selectively publish several of their reports and so on. We publish everything. So whenever something bad happens, or when you want to learn a project, you can simply go to CertiK.com and search and check the results. And kind of like here, I show some data about our market share. If you go to CoinMarketCap, everything is publicly available. Our data, you can easily validate, as I mentioned. So if we exclude the clients that didn't purchase for security audits, our market share is about more than 70%. But for all listed 10,000 projects, our market share is about 12%. But it also means that there are still many projects that haven't even spent a single dollar in cyber defense in this space. Okay, so that's all. Thank you.